A very warm welcome to TV47 News Updates on this 8th day of July 2022, a day that has seen various presidential candidates in the country continuing their campaigns in various parts of the country. Some of the many stories we've lined up for you on TV47 News Updates this afternoon. Now, with that said, my name is Dennis Otieno. I trust you're doing well. Welcome to the broadcast. Now on to our top story this afternoon. Deputy President William Ruto has taken his campaigns to Naivasha, Nakuru County. Earlier, Ruto met with religious leaders from Njoro, Nakuru County, before proceeding to Kinamba area for a public rally.
Father, I put my hand on your servant, and I release this man to his position. His position. His position. His position. His position. His position as a priest in this nation.
Katika uchaguzi huu wa mwaka huu, mtu yeyote ambaye macho yake iko wazi, Mungu tayari ametueleza ni vipi tutaenda katika uchaguzi huu. I mean, everybody with spiritual eyes know where this country should go. And I want to congratulate the church. Nataka niwashukuru kama viongozi wa dini ya kwamba you have not shied away from taking a position. Mnajua mara nyingi neno la Mungu linasema usiwe vugu, heri huwe moto ama baridi. Hapa katikati iko shetani. Sindio? Na unajua katika taifa letu la Kenya tumepata changamoto. Watu wengi wamepatiwa vitisho.
Meanwhile, Roots presidential aspirant Professor George Wajackoyah has taken his campaigns to Meru County, where he continued to popularize his presidential bid. Wajackoyah has cautioned Meru residents against electing leaders with questionable character. Take a listen.
Amehalalisha bangi. Kagame amehalalisha bangi. Zimbabwe wamehalalisha bangi. South Africa wamehalalisha bangi. Canada wamehalalisha bangi. Amerika wamehalalisha bangi. Israel, mahali Mungu alizaliwa na akaunda mwanaume wa kwanza, akavunja mbavu, akaunda ya mama na akaunda hiyo bangi. Aliwapatia bangi ya kusema kwamba hii ni dawa mimi mwenyewe nimetengeneza. Ndio naona Moses alipoenda kwa wildlife alitumia bangi, Waisraeli wanatumia bangi, Waisraeli wanatumia bangi. Yesu mwenyewe alikubali bangi, lakini hapa Kenya kuna Kenya pumbafu ambao wanasema ni ya kuvuta. Sisi hataki mambo ya kuvuta. Sisi tunataka mambo ya kutengeneza, tuwe na uchumi. Kila Mkenya ana pesa mfuko, sio mfukoni, ana pesa mkono. Niendelee. Tumetanganya, wengine wanakuja hapa wanatuambia ati nitaleta bilioni hii atatoa kwa nyanya yake. Sawa, wanatudanganya hao. Washindwe kabisa. Wengine wanakuletea wheelbarrow na watoto wao wanasoma ng'ambo. Wanakupatia kijiko, ukimaliza university kazi yako kutembeanga tu namna hii. Ukiritaya unaanza tu kutembea hivi, manake umezoea kuweka mchanga kwa wheelbarrow. Hiyo wheelbarrow kani tutatumia kwa mahitaji ya kusafirisha bangi. Mbona mko namna hii? Wheelbarrow ni kusafirisha bangi ni dawa. Bangi ni uchumi. Waja niendelee. Mchina, mkiona Mchina kwa nyumba hata leo, enda umwambie Mchina tarehe 9 anarudi kwa tarehe 9 Mchina narudi kwa zamani. Watu hawajui Kizungu, watu hawajui Kiswahili, alafu wanakuja nchi hii.
And that is the Roots Party leader, George Wajackoyah, who's of course pushing his campaigns to get elected in office come August 9th. Our very able reporters will be following up on that story, and they will be bringing you up to speed in our subsequent bulletins. But moving on, the Council of Governors now wants President Uhuru Kenyatta to intervene over the delayed disbursement of 29.6 billion shillings equitable share to counties. Led by the chairperson, who is also Embu Governor Martin Wambora, the COG told President Uhuru Kenyatta that the delay has crippled essential service provision in counties.
And as we went to the devolution conference in Makueni, I think we had 39 that had already passed legislation to do with climate change. Those who have set up climate change funds, we must congratulate you. I heard from CAF that the number has gone up to 44, but we want to urge those who have not to ensure that we prioritize the issues of setting up our climate change funds and the necessary legislation so that we are able to combat the challenges that are going to face our counties and our country. I say so because I have traveled the length and breadth of this country. We have seen drought hit our counties. I've been to Takaba, and we have seen drought in Turkana, areas like Todonyang, but we've also seen floods. Where counties are not getting drought, they are getting floods.
However, we still recognize the need to amend other policies and registrations in the health sector that are not aligned to 2010 Constitution. And continue to present institutional, procedural, financial, and regulatory weaknesses that crawl back on devolution and pose a threat to health service delivery. To sustain the gain made over the last financial year, the Council of Governors notes that county government scaled up investment across all health investment areas, which include infrastructure. A lot of details here, which also include service delivery. May I very quickly go through it? The number of health facilities in the country has increased from 6%, from 13,190 in 2021 to currently 13,772. Of these, public facilities account for 46%, private facilities 44%, faith-based facilities 7%.
Now, Kenya still imports 72% of its pharmaceutical products, despite it having the largest pharmaceutical industry in East and South of Africa. Health CAS Dr. Rashid Aman says high cost of production, taxation and regulatory regimes are the main challenges facing the pharmaceutical industry. Take a look.
I also note with pleasure that ISU, USIU Africa, through this school, has been part of several initiatives to support our national health agenda. These include the launch of a short course on immunization and vaccines management in collaboration with the Pharmaceutical Society of Kenya for capacity building of healthcare providers to enhance safe and effective deployment of vaccines, really the COVID-19 vaccines, as well as the development through a multi-institution collaborative effort of a natural products-based supplement that is currently under review for application on home-based COVID-19 patient care. This is something that the professor has been pursuing with me, and I think it's an ongoing process, right? Let me talk a little bit about the pharmaceutical manufacturing landscape. And those of you, I'm sure the pharmaceutical industry present here are aware of the number of studies that have been undertaken to understand this landscape. The Kenya Pharmaceutical Industry 2020 Diagnostic Report, which was commissioned by the World Bank IFC, noted that Kenya's pharmaceutical industry is the largest in the common market for East.
An innovation and incubation center has today been unveiled at the Mount Kenya University. The center is expected to help innovators grow their businesses. The institution has lauded the move, saying that it will help solve the high rate of unemployment in the country.
Many countries across the globe are determined to become the new global centers of innovation and are investing heavily in supportive infrastructure like the Innovation and the Incubation Center we are launching today. At Mount Kenya University, we are hosting the United Nations Academic Impact Sustainable Development Goal 10 Hub on reduce inequalities. I challenge the university fraternity as well as the members of the public to make use of the iHub facilities to generate pro-poor innovations that support the global effort in reducing inequalities. Ladies and gentlemen, we recognize that our young people must be empowered with skill and resources geared on shifting their mindset from job seeker to job creators. The Mentorship, Innovation and Enterprise Grant that the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic and Research Affairs has talked about, as well as the Vice Chancellor's Research and Innovation Grant, both established in 2013, have been pillars in supporting innovators and entrepreneurs with resources, as well as building their capacity through training. These efforts have yielded innovation from both the student and the staff. For instance, Mr. Elijah Kupata, founder and executive director, Kupata Technologies Limited, an engineering student at MKU, established security systems in 2013 that are in use across the region. We are also proud of Mr. Victor Shikoli, our former student and the co-founder of Hydro IQ, the world's first virtual water network operator, providing a water intelligence platform for homes.
Now, from the Mount Kenya University, we move on to the Kilifi Utalii College, where Tourism Cabinet Secretary Najib Balala has, for the first time in 10 years, while under the Tourism Ministry, toured the Ronald Utalii College in Kilifi County to inspect its readiness ahead of its commissioning by President Uhuru Kenyatta. The project is now 85% complete, with the president set to commission it before he ends his term in office. Similarly, the project is expected to not only boost tourism in the coastal region, but also create employment opportunities and, as a result, enhance economic growth of the region.
But this project entails of the two projects. The first and the second project, which is the one that is being funded now. But the variation, the aspect of completion and delivery for the president is the first project that we want to deliver. And that's why we are here to evaluate it.
So because we had information that is coming to open it officially next week, Friday.
Not possible, because we are still evaluating, but we are still consulting with him the appropriate date. He will give us the date. But again, as you say, we are here evaluating, and we are going to give him a feedback of the status today.
So maybe in terms of percentage, how complete is it?
Well, in terms of percentage, is 85% complete. Yeah, but again, because it's in bits and pieces. In some areas, it's almost 95% complete. In some areas, it's about 60% complete. But average is about 85% complete.
At the moment, how much in terms of cost are we talking about? And there is also the National Development Committee that is led by Dr. Kibucho. They had proposed that there was an amount that was to be paid to be released.
At least from the letter.
Address media information. What I'm saying, we are pulling all our resources to make sure that this project is completed. Because this fund, the key financier of this project is Ministry of Finance. And this is where we have seen.
And from the inspection of the Kilifi Utalii College, now we do a short break from that story, but don't go too far. When we come back, we'll be giving you more news as well as some sporting action, so stay tuned.
Despite being visually impaired, he is a jack of all trades. It is our quest to find answers on how to take care of children with special needs and those with disability. You do not need to see musical notes to understand music, but rather to have your soul feel the vibe.
Actually, for us to make a wheelchair, we have to take measurements of the user.
After doing my assessment, I get to know the parent, I get to know the heaviness she's carrying.
Disability comes at different stages of life.
How well do you know what's happening around you? Morning Cafe with heated political debates. Baraza la Siasa.
Hiyo kitu azungumzie, angalie hali ya maisha ya watu.
Informative health discussions. Business, farming. Tasty Wednesday, Fitness Thursday, and Feel Good Friday with amazing DJs, celebs,
waimbaji, kuna comedians, alafu kuna wajinga,
and music bands every Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. The next set of millionaires are farmers, as we know agriculture has been and still is the backbone of our economy. As we traverse the different counties to meet different farmers, we ensure to get the story of how they started farming and even how they
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. Now let's continue in Machakos County, where youth, women and people with disabilities have been urged to embrace coffee farming for sustainability and continuity of the sector in Machakos County. Kenya Coffee Producers Association Chairman Peter Gikonyo said involvement of the excluded groups is vital to the growth and success of the industry. Gikonyo spoke during a farmers training exercise in Machakos. He said those with disabilities should be incorporated in the sector depending on the nature of their disabilities. Machakos Optic Service Youth Cooperative Chairman Dennis Mutua said they are working with various groups to have as many youth as possible involved in coffee farming.
Now, courtesy of Solidaridad, just to sensitize farmers and stakeholders regarding coffee and sustainability for coffee. And as we look into succession planning in the coffee business, as a woman farmer, I would like to encourage the women to venture into coffee farming.
And when we think about sustainability as a government, we have seen that there is value in putting resources around coffee. We have done that through a budgetary allocation. I believe in this just ended financial year, we're putting 30 million. We hope to increase that in the coming year. But what is more important for us as looking at into the different aspects of sustainability, we have zeroed down on youth and women as a key component of sustainability in coffee.
Now, from Deputy President William Ruto's today's itinerary, after having a meeting with religious leaders in Nakuru County, he was supposed to travel all the way to Naivasha, still in Nakuru County, where he was to continue his campaigns in Naivasha. Now, the campaigns were put on hold due to the climate conditions in Naivasha County, but I'm being made to understand that the campaigns have already begun at the moment. Now, our Nakuru, or rather Naivasha-based reporter, Willie Dennis Njiru, is following up with the campaigns and now gets to join us live. Good afternoon, Willie Dennis. Kindly bring us up to speed.
Thank you very much, my colleague and namesake Dennis, coming to you live from Kyoto grounds here in Naivasha at the Lakeview ward, where the locals here have been waiting for the arrival of the DP since early afternoon. The DP has been on a busy schedule here in Nakuru County, where he began, just like you said, with prayers in Rongai. He was to traverse to Mbaruku, Gilgil, parts of this sub-county at Kinamba. Perhaps part of the itinerary will have to be scrapped off, because as you can see behind me, and if my camera person could have had the chance to pan around, there is a whole multitude waiting for his address here. And without taking much time, I know the locals here have too much in regard to what they are waiting to hear him say and speak about, but without taking much time, ndugu nikupashe kipasha sauti ukaweze kuzungumza na TV47, tueleze imekuwa namna gani, mnasubiri DP na mnatarajia nini?
Tunamsubiri
jina la kwako?
Jina langu ni Samson Otieno Kiro. Mimi ni mtu wa Naivasha, Lakeview ward. Na ningependa sana kuona mheshimiwa Samuel Ruto, lakini nimesubiri kwa hamu sana na hajafikia ili nimuone vizuri. Na ningependa kumwambia ili akifikia hapa vizuri sana, apunguzie sisi bei ya gharama. Maji imepanda, kibuyu moja ya lita 20 ni shilingi 20, unga ni shilingi 250. Tuko na msoto, alafu hakuna kazi, pesa vile hakuna. Sasa tumesubiria atusaidie maasla vile tunaweza tukajaribia. Atusaidie maasla ili hata sisi tujivunie kwa hiyo kiongozi wake, tuone tutapata mabadiliko gani, hili akiingia tutaona mazuri gani kwake. Nimeongea kama Asla Samson Otieno Kiro.
Asante Samson, wacha tumsikie dada. Zungumzeni, mnatarajia nini ndugu kutoka kwa DP? DP anatarajiwa hapa. Jina la kwako, sema kidogo.
Jina langu ni Stanley Koskei. Mimi niko hapa Naivasha. Kitu yenye natarajia kwa DP muhimu sana ni kupunguza karama. Unga imeenda juu. Asanteni.
Ndugu, jitambulisha kwa jina, matarajio yako.
So kwa majina ni Joseph Okapule. Mimi tumeongojea mheshimiwa afike. Mambo mengi tunataka aongelee mambo na vijana. Vijana wengi vile unaona hapa hawana kazi. Akuja atuelekeze hao vijana watafanikiwa aje kupata kazi. Asante sana.
Asante sana. Ndugu mwingine anatafuta njia hapa. Nieleze, tuko live kwa TV.
Asante sana mheshimiwa.
Wacha tutoka karibu hapa mzee wangu. DP tunamtarajia hapa asikie nini?
Mimi naitwa Samuel Maina na mimi naunga Samuel Ruto mkono, na mimi natarajia akishika serikali mambo itakuwa sawa sawa. Atuteremshie unga na atuteremshie vitu zingine ambazo tunahitaji. Ya shule atashughulika naye. Ndio tunamuomba hayo tu.
Umekuwa ukisubiri hapa kwa muda gani ili akaweza kufika kuweza kuwahutubia?
Mimi niliingia hapa kitu saa 6 hivi.
Saa 6. Mnafahamu ni kitu gani kimeendelea, amechelewa kufika?
Hatujafahamu.
Lakini atafika.
Okay.
Haya, wacha tumsikie kutoka kwa mwingine. Camera person. Ndugu, zungumza tu na TV47, majina ya kwako.
Mimi naitwa David Mwangi. Lakini wengi wananijua kama Bazu.
Okay.
Mimi Kenya naweza sema mimi ni Asla. Mimi hakuna mtu ameniandika. Saizi wenye unanicheki hivi, mimi ni kuaso na haso.
Unamtarajia DP azungumzia nini? Sekunde 10 naelezwa nini?
Akuja hapa hivi atuteremshie dozi ya Kiroma. Kwanza Kiroma zaidi. Kiroma zaidi. Unacheki? Kura yake tuko nayo. Lakini Kiroma.
Dennis, as you can hear what the locals here have to say, that food prices is becoming too much to handle, and we can't live without food from across the country. And until such time the DP arrives here, I'm told he's past Mbaruku right now. He's had a series of meetings there, and he's headed to Gilgil. Later on he's going to go to Kinamba and then come here at Kyoto grounds. From here I take it back to you in studio, Dennis, to wind up with the bulletin. Subsequently we'll have the bulletin at